All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hello, I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker of Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM The Talker. I am here with my co-host and husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. How are you?
I'm ready.
Okay, good.
We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we review topics related to real estate. We have a full-time real estate office with many exceptional realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for 50-plus years.
50 years. Wow, that's even longer than I've been around. Do you believe that?
No? Sure.
Yeah, sure. Wow. During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions. We were going to, the producer here was saying we should have a jingle for, how do you do it?
JRUDDY.com.
Love it.
Questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and take a look at Dunmore Corners and see what's going on. We have a beautiful camera. It's a beautiful view. It's really very nice.
And as long as DC producer extraordinaire sings the jingle, we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
It's not going to be from me.
JRUDDY.com.
Very good.
Thank you.
Seems like
think
you're
we might
a professional.
We have a keeper.
All right.
Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest. And remember, view our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to jruddy.com, mobile-friendly, JRUDDY.com.
JRUDDY.com. I'm working on it. Got to get the
You're
little
getting
notes.
there.
The notes, you got to adjust the what do you call the octave on some of those, and maybe pitch it up just a bit. And I'll work on that.
I think you're onto something.
I have all the faith in the entire world that you're going to get there.
All right.
Okay. And remember, when you go to the radio tab on jruddy.com, there are all the
Archived radio shows.
Yes, but in addition, all the podcast apps that we have our radio show featured on. So if you like to do the podcast thing, it's there.
Then you have people like Eileen on Long Island walking around listening to the
any
podcast.
day, yes,
Yeah,
any
she
day
does.
and time. She doesn't have to tune in, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I want to say happy birthday to my mom. A special message. She's having a birthday.
Happy birthday.
In a couple of days. And hope she hears this message. She usually tunes in.
This is a test to find out if she really does.
Yeah, we'll see, right? I'd like to welcome Calvin Zhang, one of our latest, newest realtors, to join our team. He is an individual dedicated to providing and delivering outstanding service to all his clients. Calvin's background in business and customer service makes him a perfect fit for real estate. He brings with him new ideas, new vision, new satisfaction. We're thrilled that he's joined our exceptional group of professionals. He's a lifetime resident of Dunmore and part of a family-owned Dunmore business. And we're always adding quality to our company. So welcome Calvin Zhang to our office.
Yeah, he's a nice young man.
Very nice. We'd like to say hello to Mark Cooper. Mark, who's been a guest on our show a couple years back. And that was a popular show.
Yes, it was.
Cooking.
Yes, I went.
And he likes to tune in and listen, so we like to say hi and thank you for listening.
Yes, we do.
All right. What do you want to talk about today? Our guest today did not show up.
Wow.
Second time in a row.
Unbelievable.
Sitting in the parking lot waiting for our guest, who has a business that they run in Lackawanna County. And so, I don't know. It doesn't bode well.
Yeah, it's tough to get people to show up. It seems to be getting worse and worse. I mean, if I make an appointment with somebody, I need to have considered, what is the most valuable thing you have?
Time.
My time. So don't waste my time. Don't make an appointment with me that you're going to show up. You have me waiting, and you're just like, oh, I forgot.
And yesterday he was confirmed.
Oh, some late. Well,
but
when we first
today he forgot.
I love it when you first call up and you ask the one person, well, he had car trouble. Then you ask the next person, well, oh no, I just totally forgot about it. So did you forget about it and have car trouble, or what's going on here? Or
I don't know. It's just getting to be a little. You can't rely on people.
And unfortunately, I mean, those guests not showing up, they are missing out on some free advertising for their business.
Promotion.
Because there's no, I mean, they come in and, they bring their knowledge to this show, and it makes the show very unique that we have all these experts that come in. And meanwhile, who was that expert? Oh, it's so-and-so, and here's his phone number, and here's his web address, and when you need a new whatever installed in your home, here's the info. It's when if you can talk and you own a business and it's something to do with homes, this is a great freaking show to be on to get it done.
Thank you, DC, and
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But so when somebody's looking to do what that company does, they won't be getting a recommendation from me, obviously, if they
So
can't show.
if you want to know who it is, you have to call Jackie.
Yes, I'll be
Or
very...
me. You can call me. I'll tell you, too.
Yeah, very happy to share that inside information. But in the meantime, we're going to have an interesting show here because one of the things I like to do is read about real estate all of the time. So I'm always getting very interesting articles in my inbox. And so, unfortunately, I have to report that cybercrime continues to plague the real estate industry. And I want everybody to be aware of that. That's something that we mention from time to time on the show. I think it's very important, especially if you are involved in a real estate transaction right now. What are ways that the bad guys are out there scamming people? And we get it all the time. How many times do we get phone calls on our home phones, on our cell phones, those emails from that Saudi prince, but it's gotten worse.
Yes, it has.
And so Craigslist has always been a popular site for these scammers to take listings that are actually for sale. They take the information, they post it as a rental, and they have people wiring money.
Yes, they'll usually say, they'll appeal to your sense of sympathy and say, well, I've just been posted. I'm in the military, and I can't show it to you. You can just go in and look at it, and then if you like it, just send me the check. And of course, the price is going to be phenomenal, so you can't resist.
But they've stepped up their game. Now they have representatives that seem to be involved in this, that show up and actually show the property. Before it was sight unseen. But Pennsylvania, again, ranked in the top 10 states for internet crime last year. That's frightening. And that's according to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center report. Victims' losses totaled $207 million. That's up 90% over 2020. The report showed real estate rental-related internet victim losses nationwide jumped to more than $350 million in 2021. That's up from $213 million in 2020. Business email compromise, which are scams targeting both businesses and individuals performing transfer of funds, wiring them, remain the highest loss report.
So how does that work as you're getting close to the end of a transaction? What do they
The scammers say, wire your money
to such and such.
Yes.
And they'll spoof the address. They'll write on the email address, they'll write that it looks legitimate, but it's actually, if you click into it and you inspect it, it's not where it's coming from.
Right.
They've gotten very good at disguising these things.
Very good. So on my email signature, and every one of my signatures, there's this fraud alert, and it talks about that. Never wire money without confirming with your real estate agent, having a conversation with your title company, your attorney, your realtor, those people that are professionally involved in your transactions. Don't do anything in terms of instructions by email.
A lot of the younger generation today, it seems that they're shying away from picking up the phone and talking to you and actually listening to you. Everybody wants to do it through an email or do it through a text. And I think that is
dangerous.
Yes,
when
dangerous.
And there was just a report a couple days ago where this woman lost her whole life savings. It was like $64,000, and they can't get it back.
No,
Once
it's
gone, it's gone.
Ugh.
And it's sickening and it's frightening. So I like to talk about that. So people be on the lookout if you're in any transaction. There won't be an email instructing you to wire your funds to...
Never.
No.
Never.
Now, we do accept wire transactions, but it's by you will be given the instructions by your representative, who you know, the voice you know, over the phone.
And always confirm it. Always, always, always confirm it with the phone call.
We got something from one of our purchases in the mail. It looked legit, right? Recently.
Yep.
And it said, send X amount of dollars and we'll send you the copy of the deed.
Yes, but that copy of the deed is available publicly, so I don't have to spend the $100. I mean,
So how many people actually just look at it, think it's a legitimate thing, send the money in?
yeah, well, yeah, that's it. And people are getting beat all the time. You have an older family member last month who was on the phone with, who was she on the phone with, Apple or Microsoft?
They popped into
They popped up on her iPad, and then she called the phone number, and then was she giving them the credit card numbers?
No, she took over her iPad.
Yeah, that's right. You let her take over her iPad and banging around, so any information in there he had access to. So,
And I had continuously said, don't do that. If you have a suspicious email, before you panic, have me look at it. Well,
oh well.
Yeah, it's remote login because I mean I do it here. You know, for some of the work, some of the stuff I do for the radio stations, I can log in from my house, and they have all sorts of these programs where they can remotely log in and they can poke around on your computer or your iPad or your phone, and sometimes it's as simple as a link in an email that opens up that connection, it proves that connection, and they can get right in and start looking around your stuff. So you know. Don't click on links and emails unless you know what's going on, or you call the person who sent it to you and say, "Hey, did you send me this?" Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right. And it's scary, but so, and then even the phone calls because of these burner apps that are coming from numbers that are real.
Mm-hmm. Right. We had the sheriff on one time, and they said they were calling from the sheriff's office, and if you don't go out and buy gift cards now and send them to us, we're going to have somebody come and arrest you. But it looked like the number it was calling from was the sheriff, was the Lackawanna County Sheriff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, you know, it's not only that young people don't want to talk on the phone, it's because more business is being conducted virtually.
Yes.
And we had to pivot to that, especially during COVID, right? And so it seems like it's easier, right?
Right.
It's convenient for everybody. Everybody's on the run, everybody's on the fly, right? So this is why it's happening. And so the state police are seeing more fraudulent construction loans as a result of it. People are sending their quotes online, sending images of the construction online. People don't know for sure that they are dealing with legitimate companies. So the Pennsylvania Criminal Intelligence Center recommends and urges consumer to check with their real estate professional before trusting an email instructing them to transfer, wire money for their purchase, or even for their insurance. These are things that are being disguised to pay for their insurance. Even regular mail, as we just talked about, should be double checked before trusting it completely. And this is the value of having a realtor on your side, because realtors know what's fishy, what isn't.
Right. We were involved in a transaction. Somebody was buying a condo and it was out of state. And we were like, mail the check. You know what? We're just naturally suspicious. It'll get there in a couple of days. Just write out the check and mail it to the physical address. And that way we'll make sure everything can get there and we can track it and we'll be doing good.
So 4 PA counties, PA meaning Pennsylvania, for those that don't know.
Oh, is that what that means?
You like me to say it instead. Will you abbreviate PA around here?
I know you do.
For 4 PA counties make list of most affordable housing markets. Do you want to know where?
Absolutely.
Okay. Schuylkill, Cambria, Blair, Fayette. Counties were all named to Adam Data Solutions' top 10 most affordable housing markets in the first quarter of 2022.
All right. For a guy like me, the only one I know is Schuylkill. Where's the rest? Where are the rest of them?
I think Fayette might be near Pittsburgh.
Oh,
possibly.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what's Cambria? Where's that one? Anybody know?
Not sure about that one.
That's why it's so affordable, because nobody knows where it is.
I used to be really good at that.
Okay.
So the report analyzed local home prices as well as local wages to determine where buyers could afford to buy, and that's why they are affordable. Three PA counties made list of lowest effective tax rates in 2021. Want to hear those?
Yes, absolutely. It's not Lackawanna.
Greene, Blair, and Susquehanna County.
I know where Susquehanna County is. I don't know where Blair or Greene County is.
Pittsburgh was also named as a major market with the largest decrease in average property taxes.
Decrease?
It decreased by 35.1%.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Very rarely do we hear about that.
Oh, my God. Never.
Right?
Never.
However, Philadelphia had one of the highest effective property tax rates in cities with population of 1 million or more, and they increased at 1.6%. Okay.
Do you know somebody who listens to me on the radio, you know what they told me?
What?
They says you need to stop trying to suppress your New York accent.
Oh, really?
Yes. They said, listen, you sound funny when you're doing it. They said, just let it go.
Just let it go.
I'm just going to let it go.
All right,
So,
let it go.
Okay.
But then when you there's different levels of your accent. So when you get mad, like when we are driving to New York and we get into the New York City bumper to bumper traffic, and I feel like I'm going to be riding in the car in the trunk ahead of us.
Right.
Right?
Then my language, my accent changes.
It does. There's
Jackie
really
says,
remarkable.
She says, I can tell how close we are to New York, judging by how close you are to the car in front of us. She says, as we get closer to the city, you get closer to
There's
the
no
car.
more chill, DC.
Right,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's like,
No, last time I drove into that area, I'm like, okay, this would be the last time I do this. I don't need to go to New York City.
no, I don't.
All right, okay.
I'll go to Blair County, which is Altoona, and Cambria County is Johnstown. Just
thank you.
Thank you. A little fact check there.
Yes, Western
I've never
Central.
been to Altoona or Johnstown.
I've driven through.
It's pretty far out there. Big state.
Lots of mountains.
It's a big state.
Now, regarding taxes nationwide, the report found that home values, as we all know, rose faster than the taxes across the U.S., and its expected property taxes, there's no surprise here.
Right, there's no way
may
around this.
rise to meet the new home price median this year. Okay, like everything else, it's going up.
Up, up, up.
All right, what else do you want to talk about? Our dear friend, I want to give our friend Ro Ferguson Robertson, also known as Rosemary Robertson, our dear friend, we'd like to give her a little plug.
Okay.
All right.
She's got a book.
She just
Another book.
released a new book, and it's called, and I think it's very appropriate for our show to be able to do this. It's called So You'd Like to Visit Scranton,
Yes.
and it's a children's book, and it has beautiful illustrations.
Yes, she's an artist.
She's an artist. She's
And an author.
And so she just published this book. It could be found on Amazon for $14.99. It's a darling story, and it highlights all Scranton's popular places. And
I think the Century 21 is actually in one of the
We hit the
illustrations.
big time.
Yes, we're in one of the illustrations.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, but that's not why I'm plugging the book.
That's why I'm
but
plugging
we
it.
are in there, and I we do have to say that.
Like, where's Waldo? Find Century 21.
It's going to delight the children who read it and those parents that read it to them if they're small. But it's a great book about our area, and it could be found in local bookstores. I think Cooper's.
No, Cooper's has it,
Yeah,
yes.
Cooper's has it, and Over the Moon. And then, of course, it could be found on Amazon. So check that out if you're looking for a nice little gift.
What's it called again? So
You'd Like to Visit Scranton.
Here we go.
All right. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be right back. When considering to sell or buy a home, why choose Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate? Let me tell you why. 70% of home buyers settle for the first agent they meet, and many regret it. 90% of home sellers hire an agent, but was it the right choice? Don't have agent remorse. I'm Jackie Ruddy, and I've been in and around the real estate business for most of my life. And at Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, we've been selling real estate for half a century. But we do not do it halfway. You deserve better than average. Average doesn't help you. We know it's all about you and what you need. Century 21 is the #1 in brand awareness, is the most recognized name in real estate, and is the most respected in the industry. In this market, if you dream big, you need to move fast. So it makes perfect sense to contact Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, 570-344-6724, and visit jruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com. Thanks for tuning into the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, Bell Realtor.
And we're back, and we're picking your brain today.
All right. Before we do that, there's not much to pick.
There's a lot to pick. You don't give yourself any credit. I think you're brilliant.
Well, I thank you, and I think you're more brilliant. And the most brilliant is Patrick, our son.
Yes.
Yes, he's
the landscaper.
He's out mowing lawns today.
Yes, he is.
For us and the neighbors. He does a nice job on our block.
He's got the neighborhood under contract.
There you go. And I just want to say hello to Teddy and Sue. Teddy and Sue are loyal listeners. They tune in week after week. We're doing business with Teddy and Sue. And Sue just gave us a really nice Google review. And I want to personally thank Sue for that. And I appreciate you checking in with us and listening. And
I didn't realize how important those Google reviews are. The guy says, would you do a Google review? I have no idea how to do a Google review. So I gave him my phone, and after a little diddling around, he says, what would you like to write? I says, what would you like someone to write about you? And I wrote it, and the guy was happy as a clam. But that contributes, he says, his employer sees all of that. And I don't know if they get a bonus or anything, but Google reviews are important.
Yes. And we love Google reviews, and Sue just did it independently. I didn't have to ask her for it. So that was just a real nice surprise to see, and we appreciate it. So let's talk about, I have a question to ask you, Pat.
Okay.
6.
I didn't do it.
Of the 10 housing markets in America most vulnerable to a downturn are in what state?
I would say Florida or Arizona. Maybe even California. The ones that had the biggest upswing are going to have, I would think, are going to get hit with the biggest boomerang. What do you think? What do you got?
Wrong, and wrong.
Really?
Some real estate markets are more vulnerable to a downturn than others. 6 of the 10 counties most vulnerable to the downturn are in New Jersey.
New Jersey? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness.
Now, this is according to a special housing risk report.
Oh, boy.
And it looked at the highest concentrations of the most at-risk markets in the first quarter. And so this was released by Adam, a real estate data analytics company. They are Passaic, New Jersey, Essex, Atlantic, Sussex, Cumberland, and Union.
Really?
Yes. The others are in Illinois and Delaware.
Oh, okay.
The least vulnerable to a downturn.
All right. I got the first one wrong. I have no idea.
What do you think,
DC?
Take a stab.
What do you think?
Least vulnerable, right here in our own backyard.
Well, that's very nice.
Northeast PA?
But incorrect.
Oh, darn it.
Okay.
Right.
3 are in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
You wouldn't think, would you?
I've never been to Tennessee.
Right? So Davidson, Williamson, and Rutherford, Tennessee, are the least vulnerable to a downturn. The others are in Washington, Alabama, North Carolina, Indiana, and Minnesota. So PA didn't make, Pennsylvania didn't make either list. Okay. How much more will people spend for a view?
A lot.
Oh, that covers.
That pretty much covers it.
Yeah, it does.
Right? It's location. What's the rule of real estate?
Location. So, look out your front window. What do you see?
My neighbors.
Right. We see the house directly across the street.
Right.
If you look out your back window, what do you see?
the garage.
We see the neighbors behind it.
Yes.
Right? So, and on either side, right? So, a view to me, and we've known this, and sometimes people don't appreciate a view if they never had it, right?
Right. We used to have a beautiful one.
We had
lived on a
one.
third floor apartment overlooking the valley when we just got married. It was cheap. It was beautiful.
And so, in this new house that we moved to, everything was brand new and beautiful. But what did we feel we were lacking?
You lost the view.
We lost the view. When we both agreed that was something that was,
Yeah, it was nice. Very beautiful, beautiful.
So would you pay a premium to see something a bit more scenic?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, what would it be?
The water.
All right.
I got that one right?
So, yes,
Okay.
that's what most Americans are interested in, a water view, as opposed to nature, mountains, skyline, a city skyline. Most people want water view.
Except when Sandy's coming up the coast.
Well, there you go. These are the things you have to think about,
Yep.
right? But most Americans would pay 78.1% more for a property.
Wow, that's huge.
A nature view increases value by 44.2%. City views have divided consumers. In half of the states, there's an increase in premium, while the other half say they actually decreases the value.
A city view?
A city view.
Yeah, well,
it depends on what city,
what are you
right?
looking at?
Right.
You're looking at the side of a building, or you're looking at down Fifth Avenue? I don't know.
PA, Pennsylvania, is one state where most buyers don't want a city view.
I don't want a city view. Ever. Never
I
again.
don't need
No,
it.
thank you.
No. The report found that the average price for a home with a city view is $292,000, which is a decrease of about 6.8% from the average price. Consumers seeking out homes with the nature view are more likely to pay 33% more than they would for a city view. And a home with a nature view sells on average for $553,600. Only in New York and New Jersey do homes with nature views cost less than the average home. In Pennsylvania, the average price of a home with a water view is $657,000. Arizona is the only state where a water view is a deterrent.
There is
Those
no water.
homes
It's a big
losing-
desert.
With those homes losing 15% of the average
because
cost.
every water view you see in Arizona is a mirage.
Wyoming, residents of Wyoming will spend 225% more for a home with a water view.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's funny how different, people in different states.
Yeah, everybody wants to go from up here. Everybody likes to go down to the shore.
Yeah.
The Jersey Shore.
We love our lakes in this area, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people have lake homes
Yeah.
with a water view, right?
We went down to the Jersey Shore. We were meeting people from up here. I thought I was at Dunmore Corners. I knew half of the town.
Yeah. Well, in Breezy, you have best of both worlds. You have a city view,
That's right.
and
You look,
water view.
You come out of the house, you make a right, you look, you see New York City, you look left, you see the Atlantic Ocean. It doesn't get any better than
No,
that.
it doesn't. So you have best of both worlds. All right. Pat, would you do a listing for us, please?
Yes, we have a unique opportunity in Dunmore at 120 Barton Street for only $130,000. This was a beautiful church, and it's got a lovely apartment attached to it. The former church still has its pews and its stained glass windows, and this building has been most recently used as the Dunmore Historical Society. The basement of the church is fully furnished with a kitchen and a gorgeous all-wood bar. The apartment is a lovely 3-bedroom with hardwood floors. The possibilities are endless, but if you want to make it a business, you have to file for a variance. That's a former church and a 3-bedroom apartment at 120 Barton Street for only $130,000, and that's listed by John Sharota and Phoebe Keating of our office.
Join us next Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to listen to more of the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM, The Talker. Once again, happy birthday, Mom.